Hey guys, welcome back to playing Desire Decorum Book 2, Chapter 2. It's time for your presentation to the Queen when your prayers are underwhelmed. Probably underwhelmed. Honestly though, but we get to see the Queen. Long live the Queen. I feel like that's what the chapter name should be, Long Live the Queen. We are back at the wonderful Edgewater Estate. A Desire and Decorum. Book 2, Chapter 2. A Royal Introduction. The evening of your presentation to the Queen. You sit at the vanity in your room at the townhouse as Briar styles your hair. I cannot believe this is truly happening, Briar. Had to be presented to Queen Charlotte. You must be so excited. I am certain I will press her word what she would think of someone like me. Curious why I'm not made in the Prince Regent or King George III. Yeah, how come? The Prince Regent's probably off gallivanting with some mistress or another. I believe it. And last time the king was at court, he was a babbling fool. I'm sure he's being watched over by his doctors. If he were fit to attend a presentation, I doubt there would be a Prince Regent at all. Bright twists the final pin to your hair, then steps back to look at her handiwork. I believe my work here is quite finished. Time to get dressed. You can't meet the queen wearing any old thing, plus you'll be seeing Miss Parsons tonight. I wonder whether I have anything impressive enough. Nope. You may just have to thank courtesy of your father. Brad makes her way to the closet and returns with the glittering gown and the letter. My dearest daughter. April 17, 1860. If you are reading this letter, then I have left for you. I only hoped that we were able to say goodbye. Oh, Dad. It was my utmost desire to be there to witness your presentation to the Queen. I regret that I did not get my wish. Alongside these words, you will find a gown that I have made for you for just this occasion. I know you shall wear it well. My daughter, you have made me the proudest father in the world, and even though I can't watch you grieve Queen Charlotte, I will still be with you. Our eternal love and pride. Father, oh, I miss him so much. Just a letter to your chest and drawing a deep, shaky breath. Oh, Daria. Rara wraps her arms around your shoulders and hugs you tight. Da-da-da. I just miss him so much, Briar. I know. Would you at least like to see the dress? He wanted you to wear it. Besides, it really is lovely, and it will definitely help make a good show with the Queen. Drawing another breath steadier this time, you nod and Briar releases you. Yes, of course I want to see it. Ooh, that really does look nice, but no. I'm not sure I can handle wearing that dress tonight. I'm reminded of Father each time I pass the mirror, and I need to focus on impressing the Queen. Understand, I know your father would too. Besides, all you need to impress the Queen are your charm and manners. No, we're good. Now that you're dressed, you had best be out. Mr. Harper should have a carriage waiting downstairs. Give Briar a quick goodbye, then make your way downstairs. You spot Mr. Harper in a carriage as you close the townhouse door behind you. It's glad to see you today, Mr. Harper. I take it you shall be driving us to St. James Palace? Have my lady. It is my honor and privilege. Conversation interrupted by the arrival of your grandmother, Duke Richards and Mr. Carnaby. Good evening, Lady Daria. Mr. Carnaby, and to you too, Mr. Carnaby. Must be awful. What do to be late for your announcement to the Queen? At your pleasure, late grandmother. Mr. Harper extends a hand to help you into the carriage, but the Duke intervenes, offering his own hand. Well, I believe it is the Lord's privilege to offer assistance to his fiancée. F you. F you. You know what? I do not require help for as simple as a task to get into a carriage. You nor both minutes you step up and take your seat. That's right, honey. Sorry, Mr. Harper, but... The others follow inside and finally sees Mr. Harper makes his way to the driver's box and assess the carriage into motion. Now, my dear, there are a few things you must go over before you arrive at the palace. Let me guess, manners. Yes, my bride mustn't err in front of the queen. What sort of things? At the start of the ball, you will be formally presented to Queen Charlotte. Be sure to address her as your majesty. Okay. Don't forget to curtsy when you're announced, and don't make eye contact with the queen. Dang. Okay, so I gotta address her as your majesty. I have to curtsy when I'm announced. And I can't make eye contact. Okay. Oh, all these rules. Thank you for the advice, Mr. Carnaby. The presentation will be followed by dancing, beginning with the minute. Luckily, the minute is a simple dance for later. All you have to do is mirror your partner's actions. Well, that is easy. Molly followed Duke Richard's lead and you shall floor. We'll see. As in all things. That sounds simple enough. And today you are free to enjoy yourself. At my side, of course, F you. Wonderful. The Duke reaches for your hand, but the carriage rolls to stop and you quickly slip out of his reach and onto the cobblestones. Oof. St. James Palace. Marvelous, isn't it? You turn to find out Duke Richards has followed you out of the carriage. He leans close and whispers in your ear, surveying the nobles filtering into the palace. Look at the poor unfortunate ladies who shan't hold a candle to you in the presence of the queen. Shut up. For none of them are betrothed to me. Shut up. Jeez. How could you possibly offer me favor in the queen, eyes in the queen? Suspect brows knit in angry confusion. How can you be unaware? I'm descended from a great uncle of King George, really. You're married to royalty. I wish I wasn't. Is that how you get away with being such a cat? I would rather be a peasant than be royal. Oh, stamp. Royalty more. Maybe there's something good in this horrific situation. I'm gonna say this. You ought to be more grateful than a man of such power and influence finds you worthy of his time. I don't care. The worst grateful has never come to mind in any of my interactions with you. My dear, let's not dally. You turn to see Mr. Comfy helping your grandmother down the final carriage step. He turns to you and bows politely. I must get aside, my lady. Best of luck to you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Conaby. See ya. Dick reaches for your arm, but you pointedly ignore him and start for the palace doors. I shall see you on the other side, my darling. Shut up. Duke Regis smiles menacingly and bows. Your grandmother ushers you towards the side entrance. We enter with the other ladies who are being presented just through there. Make Edgewater proud. Don't worry. Okay, let's not forget. Your Majesty, curtsy, don't make eye contact. Okay. As soon as you walk through the doors, you find the line up ladies to join Miss Bowman and Miss Holloway. Miss Holloway shoots you a sour look. Lady, I'm surprised the guards didn't throw you out with the other common beggars. Suppose marrying a dude comes with perks even for the likes of you. You guys have a lot of nerve. You'll be about to respond being interrupted by a herald announcing Queen Charlotte, a poised woman wearing the hint of a smell ascends the throne dais. Ooh. The Queen! Welcome one and all to St. James Palace. It is my privilege to preside over the debut of the season's ladies. As we begin, note that I am certain these ladies will shine just as brightly as those who have come before them. When polite silence, Miss Bowman and Miss Holloway make their debuts for the Queen. And Miss Bowman, I remember your mother's debut. She was quite the favorite. Your Majesty is a true honor. And Miss Holloway the younger, I hear your sister's nuptials were most elegant. She couldn't be happier, Your Majesty. For you know it's your turn. Lady Daria of Edgewater. Wait. Meet her? No, avoid her eyes of curtsy. Ooh, you turn your eyes to the floor and dip into a low curtsy. Whew. I see how I've been making use of your time in London, Lady Daria. I must admit, I'm intrigued to meet the lady who has been the subject of such controversy this season. I hear that you are engaged to Duke Richards, unfortunately. Yes, I am. The Duke is my husband's blood and a lucky match for a lady such as yourself. I would like to extend my blessings to the union. I would rather you did. Thank you, Your Majesty. You're quite welcome, and I wish you two every happiness in your marriage. There is not going to be any happiness. Trust. The Queen turns to address the rest of the gathered guests. Thank God for assembling tonight to witness this important tradition. The crowd breaks as the Queen descends from her dais and people begin to meander towards the dance floor. It appears you have impressed Queen Charlotte. Yay! I do think she took to me. I'm quite sure your relation to me had much more to do with it. Shut up. No, I believe I am owed a dance, unfortunately. Duke Richards leads you into the floor where you take your place opposite him in a group with 3 other pairs. The festivities shall commence within a minute. Music starts and Duke begins to weave towards you in a series of measured steps. You follow suit. You will do well to note that with the Queen's blessing, our engagement is absolutely cemented. He looms over you, his footwork bringing him within the arm's length. Nary a thing can separate you from me now. Only death. Duke Richards, there's nothing in the world that can make me marry you. I would sooner marry a literal pig. Even if I am forced to marry you, I shall never be yours in heart or spirit. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna be savage. Have you yet to encounter any creature more vile and lonesome than yourself? How very dare you? Who says that? How very dare you? What the heck? Who are you? Need I remind you that your life was within my power to destroy? I don't care. You could kill me for all you want. I wouldn't care. Duke offers his menacing smile and takes a step back and bows. Wait. Step back and bow. Ooh, I almost missed that. Match Duke's Richard's movements, elegantly dipping your head towards him. I was tempted to step on his foot, but... Good show, Lady Daria. Mercifully, the song draws it in. Duke Richards motions to take your hand, but Mr. Sinclair quickly cuts in. Yes! Lady Daria had this sense. Yes! You dancing with my fiancé? I'm not heavy trying to turn the tables, Mr. Sinclair. Shut up. I must assist you, Grace, unless you wish to cause a scene in front of Her Majesty. Have her then while you can. Mr. Sinclair takes your hand and begins leading you in the waltz. Mr. Sinclair, you always seem to be coming to my rescue. You didn't need to step in with the Duke ahead. No, I'm so happy for this relief. You look positively no. I'm gonna say the first one because I didn't like the second one, and I didn't want to flirt with the third one. Thank you, sir. I can't imagine how difficult it is for you to be forced to spend time with that man, especially knowing how horribly he treats you. It's the least I could do to attempt to minimize your exposure to him. Thank you. You press your palm against Mr. Sinclair's and twirl around him with graceful steps, so all thoughts of the Duke have faded from your mind. It is every day that ladies presented to the Queen. No, I should think not. I only mean to say that I hope you are enjoying yourself. I am, now that I'm dancing with a friend. You step slow, then halt entirely as the song fades away. Mr. Sinclair bows with a slight smile. Hey, Daria, it's been a pleasure. With that, he turns on his heel and strides across the ballroom. You take a break for dance and wander to the edge of the room. Mr. Chambers and Miss Sun are making conversation. What do you say, Mr. Chambers? What would Mr. Chambers say? Hey, Daria, I hope to see you tonight. Oh, how I missed you. Miss Sun here was just telling me that the Queen's Ball is quite the hub of eligible bachelors. Yourself included, sir. What will Mr. Chambers have to say about that? I had to say that Mr. Willoughby is hoping to find a wife. I've never heard of Mr. Willoughby. Is he handsome? No, I'll draw my own conclusions. His son trails off as she scans the room that starts towards the nearest group of young men. Mr. Willoughby? It's the name of a character in the book I've been reading. Quick save. Quick thinking, sir. Later, I must admit that I hoped to chance upon you tonight. Yes. You had whatever for. For commiseration, I suppose. I too was nearly forced into a wanted engagement a few years back. Turning it down will have cost me a great deal. But it was worth it to avoid such an antagonistic union. Chambers had no idea, and I'm sorry you went through that. If she was anything like Duke Richards, you made the right decision. Your friendship means a great deal to me, yes. You reach out and grasp Mr. Chambers' hand. I wish more of the gentry were like you. We would all be better off. I could say the very same for you, my lady. What? What kind of sentence was that? This is all to say my proposal to you stands. Should you break yourself? Yes, I want to break up. I want to break up and marry you. So Edgewater may still be secure. I will do whatever is in my power to support and aid you. Thank you, Mr. Chambers, from the very bottom of my heart, all the way to the day. You're quite welcome now, seeing someone else desires your attention. His shape of poised behind you, and when you turn, you find the smiling Prince Hammy waiting for you. Hey, Daria, you'll be returned to Edgewater shortly after the ball, I presume? You presume correctly, and where shall Emperor Prince Hammy travels taken after this season? As it happens nowhere, I'm not leaving. You aren't? I adore England, and it is on my way to abandon a good friend in her time of need. But what will you do? There's no shortage of work for me in London. Spare no word for me, my lady. Prince Hammer, your presence here will be such a kindness. You don't have to do that for me. I would have been earlier done with you. Say this. Thank you for staying. I shall find a great deal better knowing that you are on my side. Prince Hammy's eyes look across the room and a mischievous smile dances on his lips. Do you know, Lady Dara, I think you could do with a distraction from your present circumstances and a reprieve from the Duke. Consider that a permanent aspect of my personality. In your look, you happen to be speaking to a man who knows many places worth exploring in St. James Palace. He would be honored to give you a tour. Is a prince of another land the most appropriate guide? It wounds me that you would discount me based solely on my country of origin. Very well, what did you have in mind? There's one place in particular that I think will pique your interest, but you must trust me. You ask a great deal. Only because I know I could deliver a great deal more. What do you say to a spa adventure? Nope. Except Prince Hammy's offered to sneak around St. James Palace to get some time alone with him. Shut up. I am not doing it. Sorry, not sorry. Sounds quite intriguing, but I think it's best for me to stay put tonight. I shudder to think what my grandmother would say if she were to notice me missing, or worse yet, Duke Richards. Of course, if you think that best. But know that I am always at your service. She requires an adventure. Courtesy killed a cow. Curiosity. I thought I said courtesy. I thought you could never let me forget such a fact, Prince Sammy. Nay, I do not intend to. Sammy bows his farewell, a playful smile on the lips. You hear Miss Parsons nearby. See that she's speaking with Queen Charlotte. And what will I have the fortune of presenting the youngest Parson girls? They both have a few years yet. My lady. I'm about to see Miss Parsons. I hope I'm not interrupting. Not at all. Lady Daria. Miss Parsons, I wasn't certain you would be here. You're looking lovely as ever. With you in the room, my beauty has some stiff competition. Pardon me, young ladies, I see someone I must greet. You, Miss Parsons, both courtesy to the Queen as she recedes into the row. Miss Parsons turns back to you. Miss Parsons grips your hand, her face falling. Oh, dear, how I miss you once you return to Edgewater and I to Hazelvale. You simply must come for dinner for Sterling Circle. Yes, remember that I'm always but a carriage ride away. I will not give up on you, Daria. Even if it were possible for me to accompany you to Duchy Carl to continue our romance in secret. I can never stand idly by as you're forced to marry such a wretched man. Annabelle, I can't think what I would do without you by my side. Let's never learn of it. Listen to me, Mr. Marcus. This is your future we are discussing. Oh, snap, she's back. That doesn't sound good. Glance over your shoulder and spot Countess Henriette speaking heatedly to Mr. Marcus just within earshot. You must put a stop to this engagement by any means necessary. Your snake of a stepsister must be stopped. That woman is still scheming against me? Is she not bored yet? Mother, please, I told you that I decided to forfeit. Yes, and I have forced out a possible conversation from my memory. You're fortunate to have such a care mother look after you when you seem to have lost all your sense. This Mr. Marcus is standing up for you, or he's trying to. We will focus on Miss Holloway, given that you insisted on ruining your previous engagement. I will take care of the Duke personally. Miss Parsons turns to you, opens her mouth as if to speak, then hesitates. You look like you have a bad idea. You aren't going to like it, but I think there's an opportunity to work with the Countess. Me work with Countess Henrietta? You both want to see and answer your engagement with the Duke, and she has connections and resources that could be of use to you. To escape the Duke, you will have to disgrace him for all to see to make it impossible for you to keep the engagement as well as your reputation. That's precisely the sort of thing the Countess excels at. Man, I can't believe I have to do this. You do? Actually, it would be nice to have her craftiness working for me instead of against me for a change. She could be quite an asset. But to look and tread with care. Both know that the Countess would never hesitate to turn against you if it could benefit her. I'll be careful, I promise. I better. The approachable Countess Henriette and Miss Marcus are greeted with a sneer from the Countess. Greetings to the judges-to-be. I can't help over here. Eavesdropping again, were you? Well, you can't stop us this time. We will find a way to break this proposal and take back what is rightfully ours. Actually, that's precisely what I want to discuss. I think we can help each other. Help each other, you two? Why should I even hear you out after the ruin you have brought on my family? Because we want the same thing. Countess Henriette laughs heartily, drawing that out for effect. Lady Daria, I had no idea you had a sense of humor. Laugh if you must, but know that I did not choose to marry the Duke, and I would do just anything to get out of the engagement. Why in the heavens would you resist the opportunity to become a duchess? The Duke is a terrible man, and besides, I wish to marry for love. The Countess rolls her eyes. You are your father's daughter, no mistake about that. If you're so opposed to marriage, why don't you simply turn the Duke down? You don't think I tried? Because that would mean giving up her claim to Edgewater. The bishop will never support her after such a display. I shall try to keep Edgewater, but at least this way your mother stands a chance. I will help you because you are my sister, not because I hope to take Edgewater from you. Thank you, Mr. Malcaster. Foolish boy. Maria paused for a moment and you can see her weighing her options. Finally, she looks back at you. I could see that might be advantageous to work together, provided you pull your own weight. I look forward to seeing the look of Duke Richard's face when he realizes that I helped bring about his ruin. That sounds rather personal. Miss Marcus glanced at the ground, shadow falling over his features. If it were for your mother, wouldn't need to fight you over Edge. That's enough. I warned you not to air our history with the Duke. I know, but I think the circumstances here warrant it, so Lady Daria understands exactly who we are up against. I shall know the risk, all the risks. Fine. But where did this anyone I shall set my sights back to you, my dear? This is a kind of serious story to learn about Duke Richard's past motivations and get information that could embarrass the Duke. I'm not gonna do it. So I thought perhaps it would be better not to dredge up old quarrels. I have my reasons to want the Duke gone, and you have yours. So you said not to the matter at hand. You cannot simply back out of engagement with a man like the Duke. But you must know, considering you sought my help. So what do you suggest? We will have to ruin him. But how? Well, do some thinking and see why it could turn out that might be condemnatory. Be sure to click anything that could prove helpful and keep it hidden. Throughout Desire and Decorum Book 2, you have opportunities to collect various clues and hopes to escape your engagement to Duke Richards, which we know is going to cost money. Learn the truth behind the Duke's actions, piece together evidence, and even uncover mysteries. Really? We're doing this again? You know what? It makes me wonder, does people even... I wonder how many people actually buy stuff like this. Because it seems like every time I turn around, it's like they're trying to include this. Oh, mystery board, evidence board, just stuff that you have to collect. So see, so it makes me wonder if like there's a lot of people who are actually buying scenes, because if people were buying scenes, I feel like they wouldn't be trying to include this in what feels like every book. I mean, honestly, it made sense to Bill of Secrets, since that was like a murder mystery type thing, trying to collect, clues and evidence and all that. So it makes sense. But in places like the Hartfeld series and in here, it's like, what? And in the meantime, you need to keep up appearances with the Duke. We can't have him get suspicious. I will have him wrapped around my finger. I guess I'll... Finding suspicious won't be a problem. It had better not be. When I hesitate to blame you, something goes amiss. But I have no doubts. Now let's take our leave of each other. We mustn't be conspiring. The underworld Countess Harriet sweeps up towards a group of noble ladies. Miss Malcaster follows. There you are, my dear fiancé. I feel as though I've barely seen you all night. Good. Have you considered that my scarcity was by design? My dear Duke Richards and his lovely bride to be. Your Majesty, Dara would like to say that you honor us with your blessing for our impending union. Why are you talking for me? It's my pleasure. Anything for my husband's kin. Now I must take another round before the ball draws to a close. As Queen sweeps away, you spot Countess Henriette eyeing Duke Richards from across the room. The gaze meet and the Countess smirks. And so the plotting begins. You continue to make her for a while longer before it's time to turn for the evening. And we are back. Oh, the morning after the Queen's ball. Your grandmother calls you down to the parlor where she and Briar wait. Derry, my dear, there you are. I was just telling Miss Deli that she is to help you pack your belongings this afternoon. So soon the season has just barely ended. We are returning to Edgewater this evening with the Duke. To begin planning your wedding. Oh no. Already? Why so quick? Next time a desired decor journey home awaits you, will you be forced to contend with Duke Burgess, or can you find a way to avoid him? This is gonna be a bumpy ride, people. So anyways, I'll see you guys next week in the next chapter of Desired Decor. So see you then. Bye bye.